Hello, Year 7. I hope you are well. I'm going to be speaking to you today about the importance of sleep. Let's go through some learning objectives for today's session. What happens when we sleep? What benefits good quality sleep can bring us? Some strategies to promote good sleep. Where to seek support if sleep is difficult for you. And let me just say, sleep is a normal part of everyday life. Everything that lives and breathes sleeps at least once a day. And although it may look quiet and peaceful, there's a lot of things that's happening whilst you are sleeping. So all about sleep. Just a few things I want you to take note of that I think will help you. First of all, when it's dark, our bodies produce a hormone called melatonin, which tells our bodies it's now time to sleep. 11 to 16-year-olds are recommended to get between 8 to 10 hours sleep per night. Did you know that physical activity during the day improves your sleep? And a good night's sleep has a positive impact on the brain and body, improving performance and productivity. It is recommended that you don't use any screen technology at least about an hour before you go to bed. And sleep affects your physical appearance as well as your mood, mental health, and your memory. Did you know that our body clock helps us to stay to a 24-hour rhythm? And there's a few things that impact upon that. Things such as day and night, food and exercise. These are all things that impact upon your body clock and about it sticking to a particular rhythm. So what happens when we sleep? Sleep helps the brain to function. Sleep also helps the body to function. So let's just go through a few of these things. In relation to the brain, concentration and mood. Activity in the brain during sleep improves concentration and mood. Your memory. Did you know that overnight information moves from our short-term to our long-term memory? Productivity and performance. Decision making and cognitive performance, our ability to think, these are improved by sleep. So we make better decisions simply because we've had some sleep and had some rest. How does sleep impact upon the body and how the body functions? Well, the immune system, which is what helps us to stay well and fight off infections and so forth. Well, having sleep helps us to produce and release special proteins which support the immune system. It regulates hormones. The hormone level in the body are balanced out as a result of having good sleep. It's also an opportunity for your body to repair and grow. The body works to grow and repair muscles while sleeping, and also your organs and other cells too. So how does sleep affect you more specifically as young people? Adolescence can be a stressful period of time for young people. You got to deal with social issues and you got to deal with academic stresses as well. And all of this can impact upon your quality and the quantity of your sleep. Developing your resilience and learning how to manage in these stressful situations will help prevent poor sleeping habits. During puberty, your body clock and the melatonin production go through social and biological changes, meaning young children show high morningness, i.e. the younger ones tend to be more active and awake in the morning. However, as you go on into your teenage years, you may find that the morning doesn't always suit you and you may be more active and alert towards the later part of the day, maybe in the evenings. So what we tend to find is that sometimes teenagers want to go to bed a bit later. But obviously the later you go to bed, it can make it more difficult when you consider that you may have to go to school or to college or to sixth form. So it can make it more difficult when you're trying to get enough sleep, but you know that you have to wake up early the very next day. So poor sleep patterns can cause a few things, both short-term and long-term. So let's look at short-term first. It can cause low and fluctuating mood, so you can feel a bit down. The inability to control your emotions. It can be more difficult as a result of having poor sleep. Daytime sleepiness. Lapses in focus and attention. Reduced short-term memory. Difficulties concentrating and problem solving. Difficulty to learn and to perform well at school. At more risk of accidents and injuries. All are things that can be impacted upon through poor sleep patterns. It can then lead to sometimes you wanting to drink more energy drinks just to give you that boost, which isn't good, as we know, and definitely not advisable. It can affect our appearance and give us skin problems and even spots. All things that poor sleep patterns can affect. But now, more long term, you're more likely to suffer from colds and infections as a result of a poor sleeping pattern. Links to anxiety disorders and even depression. Weight gain through increased eating. Lapses in focus and attention. It can cause problems in terms of your academic achievements at school, at college, or at university, as you're maybe not achieving the grades that you would like to achieve because you're consistently tired. Growth may be affected as the growth hormone is released when you sleep. Inability to self-regulate. Risk of substance abuse and risky behavior. Slower physical responses. Continued use of energy drinks, which is unhealthy, and we've already touched upon that earlier. So how can we have good sleep? There's a few things I want you to consider. Bed, B-E-D. Let's have a bedtime routine. Bedtime environment needs to be right. And also your daytime routine. What is your daily routine? Let's look over to the right hand side. Good quality sleep is associated with increased strength, stamina, endurance, both physically and mentally. Which means good sleep is also associated with increased ability to learn. I hope you're hearing me, guys. An increased ability to learn, remember, organize our lives, and manage stress. So it's important that you give yourself time to wind down and rest. That you have a routine, that you organize a routine. So, brushing your teeth, having a wash before you go to bed, whatever it is that suits you as a routine, get into it and keep it going as best as you can. Make sure you limit your screen time, guys. Make sure your sleep area or your bedroom is tidy. You may want to spray a nice fragrance. Check with your parents or with your carers first that that's okay. Make sure you make your bed in the mornings so that it's appealing when you return to it at night. You may even need to play some soft music that will help you just to chill. Soft music, guys, just to chill. And lastly, eat a balanced diet if you can. Do some exercise. Exercise is good. It helps us with sleep. Be as active as you possibly can throughout the day. Eat regular meals and snacks. And make sure you're hydrated, so make sure that you drink the right amount of water. So let's look at some good sleep top tips, guys. So the first thing I want to look at is your bedroom environment. Is it cool? Is it dark? Is it quiet? And is it comfortable? Let's try to make sure that we have those things in our bedroom. You may need to, have some darkened curtains. You may need to wear like a mask over your eyes, and that will help you to block out some of that light. Especially come the summer months as well, which obviously stay a bit lighter for longer. You may need earplugs maybe if there's too much sound and if that irritates you when you're trying to sleep. Guys, also avoid long weekend lines. And I know I've been a teenager once myself, and even now as an adult, I love to have a line over the weekend sometimes. But sometimes when you have a line and it's too long, it can impact upon your routine. So when you're trying to get back into your routine during the course of the week, it's harder. Okay, so be mindful of those really long weekend lines. Do not binge eat or drink before you go to bed, because obviously when you're too full, or even when you're too empty, maybe as well. It can go the other way, and it can make you feel uncomfortable when you're trying to sleep. And lastly, try and set a regular sleep wake time. It's been shown to be one of the most beneficial things for a young person's sleep and for your health. Regular sleep schedules not only help regulate the body clock and sleep drive, but also the habit of going to bed at the same time will eventually increase new sleepiness cues. So that's important. Try and get into a sleep routine, guys. So that's pretty much the end of the presentation, guys, but please note this. If you think you need help in relation to sleep, if you're worried or you're concerned about anything, speak to your parent or speak to a carer and maybe ask them to make an appointment with your GP. You can speak to someone at school even, maybe a form tutor, head of year, or any other member of staff that you feel comfortable with. We're here to help you. There's also some contact details of different services that can offer you some support on the issue of sleep. So for now, guys, take care. I'm hoping that this presentation has been useful to you. Both me and Miss McDermott, we look forward to seeing you in the very near future. Take care. Bye for now.